Everybody, it's Maggie Mulhern from Modern Salon TV. We are behind the scenes at the Georgine Show, the Fall/Winter 2017 collection, and I have with me Kevin Hughes, the artistic director with Moroccanoil, and you're doing something pretty special for the show, right?
Yeah. Georgine is a very special designer. So her inspiration behind the entire look was how celebrities used to live in hotel suites, and how each of those suites were sort of individual for that celebrity. And if Georgine had her own suite, what would that be like? And so that's sort of the inspiration behind the girl. It's going to be, you know, almost like peering through the keyhole into that suite, and that girl would be, you know, all about fashion, sex, rock and roll, very, very bold, and with a little bit of edge as well. And so what we're doing is we're doing all wigs, all the same color, they're all black, and they are synthetic wigs, so that's really important to know.
Why? Why is it important?
Because I think if people try to like sort of duplicate like the look, it's better to know what you're working with. Like even if you're working with natural hair, you have to know what you're working with before you go in and cut it. We did individually cut each one of these wigs, so that was a little labor intensive, but we cut a bang in, and when you're working with a synthetic wig, you don't just blow dry, you sort of have to steam it out and give it direction. So we had to steam in a triangular section and cut a bang, all basically the same length, and then texturize them. We had to remove length.
Where is it? You want to? Yeah, we can go over this while you're talking about it.
So we actually removed length from about 10 of the wigs because the designer did 10, I think, coats, leather, fur, and we really didn't want it to interfere too much with the fur and where the collars came up. So 10 of those are done a little bit shorter, and 17 or 18 are done longer. So basically we went in, because the wigs are super curly when they come out of the packaging, what we had to do was straighten out a little bit of the edges. We had to cut off like a piece that was at the end, and then we cut in a bang, all the same length, into the front and texturized it. And with our wig wrap, what we were doing with most of the girls is 2 French braids straight down the back, and then taking the tails of the braids and pinning them up into. So it's going to keep it a bit flatter at the top and a little bit more bulk at the bottom, which is fine with this look, okay? And then we're going in and we're placing the wig. Could I get another hand, please? Come around this way. No, that's okay.
All right, I'm coming over here.
Just right here.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
There we go. We're going to place that right on her forehead. And then we're just going to pull this back. This is a great way to apply any wig. Always start in the front so you know exactly where it's going to sit in the front. Let me just check that length. I'm going to go a little bit more forward. Resist me just a bit. And we're just pulling that a bit longer. What's great about a wig is that if you want a shorter bang, you just shift it back. And if you want a longer bang, you just shift it forward a little bit. And so what we're doing to give these a little bit more of a natural feel, because a synthetic wig could have like a lot of sheen to it, almost like a Barbie doll, right? If you think of Barbie hair, doll hair, it has a lot of shine. So we're actually using our dry shampoo in dark tones to give it a little bit of a more matte feel. It's going to take down that super high shine and give it the feel of like a girl that sort of maybe didn't wash her hair for a couple days. You know, it's just got a little bit of a rougher feel to it.
You're doing throughout. You're doing.
We are doing it mainly at the top, and then dry texture spray throughout. And the dry texture spray is going to take this hair, and we're going to be able to. The hair now in its natural state, if you try to sort of pick it up, it sort of goes right back. And you'll see how the dry texture spray sort of allows you to create volume, texture throughout. So I'm just going to spray in a little bit of the, and you can see it sort of come onto the hair. It's a little powdery looking, but what we're going to do is we're just going to work that into the hair, and it just takes that shine right down. And you just have to dissipate. It's rice starches, and so on someone that's using that on their natural hair, it's going to absorb all of the excess oil. On these, it's just bringing that sheen down a little bit. And so then we're going to go throughout, and we're going to take our dry texture spray, and we're going to work it throughout. Close your eyes for me, please. And we're just going to work that throughout, and a little bit on the top. And you can see how instantly it changes the way that you're able to amplify the hair, give it texture, and take it away from that perfect sort of a wig feel. So it's obviously their wigs, all 28 girls or 27 girls have the same hair, but it's just to give it as much of a natural feel as possible.
Wow, that was great. Okay, so how long did it take to prep each wig?
It took a little while because we had to cut them all, whether it was the shorter length or sort of that bit at the back, and then we had to reshape some of the ends. And the way that we sort of straightened some of those ends was we used a flat iron, the Moroccanoil flat iron, at like 250 degrees. Because it's not real hair, you have to make sure that you're not melting it. So 250 degrees, you can go in, and it just takes a little while longer, but you just have to individually flat iron those ends a little bit.
Makes it easier on the day of. Last question, because I know a lot of people here have questions for you. What is your one tip for other hairdressers doing Fashion Week? If somebody gets an opportunity to do Fashion Week, what should he or she know or bring?
I think bring an open mind, because it's not really my vision, it's a team effort, it's Georgine's vision, and I think that that's really important. We're just helping her sort of bring her vision to life, really. So I'm just a part of like a really big team, and feel grateful. Like, I'm super grateful for an opportunity like this. So I think if you come with an open mind and you're grateful, you're gonna have like a really good week.
That was so great. Oh, Kevin, thank you so much. Thank you, and have a great show.
I
We'll see you.
I appreciate it, Maggie. Thank you.
All right, bye.
Thank you, guys.